Let's get into it. What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me for another episode. This is SMH Podcast. I am your host, Shania. Yes, thank you for joining me. Clap it up for yourselves. Clap it up. This is the second episode. I'm so excited, y'all. Today is day 9 for me in this whole COVID journey. If you haven't listened to my first episode, which you should, I've contracted the coronavirus, unfortunately. I've been in quarantine for 9 days, and I really don't like this. This sucks. This is like my own little, luxurious prison in a sort of sense. I'm just trapped in my room. I'm lucky to have just the small side effects of things. I didn't catch, the bad side effects that everybody else has caught. Please wear your mask when you're outside. Make sure you wear hand sanitizer. Make sure you protect yourselves and your family, because I'm really mad. I'm okay. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say I'm mad. It's just like I'm the only person that caught it. Like, and the day that I caught it, I was literally around my whole family, y'all. Like, I was chilling with them. We was hugging. We was smoking, and I'm the only person that caught it. That's why I think this stuff is just like a hoax, kind of. But people who catch the symptoms, they have really bad symptoms. They can't breathe. They be having bad headaches. The most I had was just like a headache for a couple of days, but it really wasn't that bad for me, y'all. It wasn't like as bad as most people has caught it. Like, one of my friends, my sister's friends, has caught it, and he actually caught the bad side of it, which I'm sad about. I'm sad for anybody who's caught the virus and caught the worst side of it, because I feel fine, y'all. Most I had was a stuffy nose for a couple of days and all that, but I feel great, and I just can't wait to get out of this damn room. But moving on, follow me on all social media platforms, y'all. You can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is SMH Podcast 96. Follow me on there. You can find me on Facebook. You can follow my regular Facebook, which is Shania Hayes. That is where you'll find me. I'll be posting a lot about my podcast and my other social medias and all that. Once you get on there, you'll find your way and all that. I don't have a Twitter. I'm not like a Twitter user. I don't really like Twitter that much, but I've been thinking about getting a Twitter, so I don't know. I'm down the line, because Twitter is funny and all, but I don't really use Twitter like that. So you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. I do have a YouTube. I haven't really worked out this whole video stuff. Right now I'm struggling with my camera, y'all, because I'm trying to record, and yeah, so we gonna get into the episode. Let's get into it. Like I said, let's get into it. So the second episode is about second chances. And I just want to talk to y'all about giving second chances, about forgiveness, about how you can let's get into it. So what does it mean to give a second chance? Well, to give second chances, you have to forgive people. You have to forgive a experience. You have to, pretty much just forgive, the situation that didn't happen the way that you wanted it to, and move on so that you can get to a better, solution than the one that you already had. A new attitude, you have to have a new attitude. My phone just fell. I'm finna just screw the recording on the phone. We just gonna work with this right now until I get this whole figured out. I need my tripod, but it's in my car, and I can't go to my car because I'm trapped in my room. I can't wait to be out of this dang room. So, like I said, a new attitude. You'll have a new attitude, because having a new attitude is the best way to give second chances. If you have the same attitude that you had the first time around, you're not going to be able to move on from a situation or a person or whatever the thing that you're giving a second chance to. You're never going to move on unless you have a new attitude and an open mind. Keeping an open mind on things is really helpful for growth, honestly. Just growth, period. So, what does a second chance look like? I pretty much said that is retrying things, expecting a different outcome, recognizing the problem, and finding, more solutions. Because sometimes you can't have one solution to a problem. Sometimes there's multiple solutions to different problems, and you never know what that is per se, but you do have to try to figure it out. So recognizing the problem is the first step. Seeing what you can assist to, what it is that's hindering this from going on, and then finding a solution to it. And if that doesn't work, find another solution to it. If that doesn't work, find another solution to it. Just keep trying to work through the bits into it. And that could seem like you're giving more than one chance or whatnot, but it's like, this is what second chances are about. Just retrying and giving, trying again. So there's a lot of people that we give second chances to. We give them to our spouses, our friends, co-workers, family. You can give second chances to jobs, new experiences, or places. Because recently I went to Atlanta, y'all. And I'm not trying to knock Atlanta, but I just do not plan on visiting that place again. Like, that was just like a real experience for me. Like, I don't know if it was because of the places we went to, or maybe it was just because I tried to keep an open mind about it. Let me tell you that. I tried to keep an open mind about it. I tried to have a good attitude about it. But then there was this restaurant there, y'all, that just had me livid. Okay, we waited 5 hours for food. And mind you, we waited 5 hours for food. We stood in line for 2 hours. By the time we got our fucking food, the food was cold and they got the order wrong. Ain't that some shit? First of all, you wait 5 hours, stay in line for 2 hours. You get there, you get your food. For them to wait a minute, I had bottomless mimosas. They ran out of mimosas. Bottomless mimosas, and they ran out of mimosas. I could not believe that, y'all. I was so mad. And I paid for the shit, but at the end of it, I told her I'm not paying for no food. I ate all my food, mind y'all. I didn't give a fuck. I ate all my food because I was hungry as shit. Waiting 5 hours for food? Hell yeah, I'm gonna eat this food even if the order's wrong, bitch. Like, I'm gonna eat all this shit. Ate the food. Told her I'm only paying half up for drinks, and that's all we paid for, and then we left. I had like a pinched nerve in my ankle, y'all, from standing on the slope, because there was like a little slope standing in line and shit to get in line before you got inside the building. It was a long ass line, y'all. Long ass line. And I had like a pinched nerve in my ankle, so my ankle was fucked up for the rest of the trip, and I had to stay in the room till that night, till we went out. And I don't even want to tell y'all, going out that night wasn't that bad. It was fun. It had its little hiccups. The bouncer at the club was tripping, grabbing on my damn purse and all that shit. He almost got knocked out. I wasn't going to knock him out, but shit. I had a group with me. We was finna, he was just doing too much. We got in the club. I was doing my little thing, having fun and all that. And then we get to the damn strip club. And shout out to 2 Chainz in Malaysia from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Motherfucker, we standing in line, just waiting to get into the strip club. I gotta pee, and I have to go pee in this bush. The valet dude tripping because I'm peeing in the bush or whatever, but I had to pee. I've been drinking all night, so I had to pee. I go back to stand in line. Apparently 2 Chainz walk past my sister and them. In Malaysia, cover charge goes up to $200, y'all. Do y'all know how pissed off I was? I was already irritated from that night. From the whole fucking club and all that. From the day. From the food and shit like that. To get to the damn club for the cover charge to go up to $200. I'm not paying that. Kindly called the Uber and left. To catch a flight back to Sacramento, y'all. That was oh my God. Yeah, I don't think I'm going back to Atlanta, but I'm all for giving it another chance. That was the whole point of the stories. I'm all for giving it another chance. It's just dang, man. That really just effed up my whole experience. My whole I was really excited for Atlanta too. I made a TikTok, y'all. a TikTok, that goes peace up, A-Town down. And I was in, where was I? My first stop was in, it was in Oregon somewhere. Seattle. That's in Washington. Slow as fuck. It was in Seattle. My first stop was in Seattle, and I had to wait until I got caught another flight to Atlanta. And I did my little peace up, A-Town down. I was waiting, and the drop was all ready and shit like that. I got to Atlanta and forgot about it because I was rushing and shit, trying to catch an Uber back to the hotel to get ready to go out that night and all that. Trying to do hella shit, and it was like a fast weekend and all that too. Like, it was like a get there, party a little bit, then go home type shit. So, fucking caught a flight back to Sacramento. I didn't even get to do my dang TikTok at the airport there because I almost fucking missed my damn gate trying to run. I had to run all the way at the end of the gate. And first of all, I got to the wrong... Atlanta got like 2 airports. I didn't even know that. They got an international airport and then they got a domestic airport. I was at the international one. Had to catch like a train or a bus to the domestic one. Y'all, it was... I'm all for giving it a second chance. That was just like, for me. For me, y'all, that was just for me. So there's a lot of things you can give second chances to. Jobs, you don't like the job right now. It's not it's not what you thought it was. Just try it out for a little bit. Give it another chance and all that. Work it out. See how you like it in a few months or so. Get a little bit of money and all that. If you still don't like it, then move on and shit like that. Just move on. So, why is it hard to give second chances? Well, it's hard to give second chances sometimes because you could be expecting the same outcome. You could go and be like, man, this wasn't cracked up to what it was the first time I came. Or this person wasn't, the best type of person the first time I experienced them. I don't know if I want to do this again. I don't know if that's like, me. Try it out. Put your ego down a little bit. Put your guard down a little bit. And try it out. Change your attitude. You don't have a change of attitude. That's what it is. And sometimes it could be unbalanced energy. And what I mean by that is, like, you could be trying to give it out, but the person or the experience is just still giving back negative energy. It's not really balancing out to where you'll be able to even compromise to give it that chance. Like, how you're trying to help somebody maybe get over a problem, and they want you to help them and all that, but they're not putting in the same energy you are to help them. That's when you got to be like, you know what? Maybe this just ain't cracked out to what it needs to be. Maybe I need to step back, reevaluate this, and see how we're going to attack this again, because it's just not working out. Or maybe you go to an experience and it's just like, man, like, this just is not working out for me. Like, every time I do this just keeps being the same freaking outcome. It's just not working out. Maybe you just need to move on from that situation because maybe it's just not for you. Sometimes it's hard to accept when things just aren't for you. And I get that. It's hard to accept that sometimes because you just, you had your heart set out for it. You had your hopes up for it. And it just, it just went a whole other direction than what you thought it was. And that's okay. It just wasn't meant for you. Maybe there's just something else better. Or maybe something else different for you to experience or to have instead of just, that one thing. We always have our heart set out on something. We always got to try to recognize when, it's hard to recognize when we can't have something or when you really want it. We have to try to be like, you know what? It's all right. It wasn't meant for me. I'm going to move on. So that's what you have to do sometimes. And sometimes there's just no growth in the situation. Like, if you just don't see, like, this is just going to be, like, a good idea. You just don't see how this is, like, this is going to be, like, any better no matter how you look at it. Then sometimes you just have to walk away. Walk away from it because there's no point of trying to do anything to try to pursue something and keep trying to beating a dead horse, pretty much. That's what I'm trying to say. Stop, don't beat a dead horse, because there's no point of it. You gotta move on. Gotta move on. So why should you give second chances? There's a lot of reasons why you should give second chances to, I don't know, fulfill that expectation that you were expecting, to help others, showing compassion towards something, not passing judgment, because that's hard too. A lot of people don't know how to not pass judgment. I try hard not to pass judgment on people or things or experiences, especially people in their their backgrounds. Like, we all fucked up sometimes. We've all made mistakes. Like, we're not all perfect. We've all done something we're not ashamed of, that we're never going to tell somebody, or that we've just put in the back of our head and just felt like it was just too shameful to tell somebody. We've all been there. So it's hard to try to be like, why did you do that? Like, what was you on when you did that? Like, it's easy to do that. But it's hard to accept that and be able to talk about it. Sometimes it's hard to talk about it. Stuff that's really bottling people up, that we may think is not a big deal, but it's a big deal to somebody. It's a big deal to them. It's a big deal to another person. So we can't always be like, why you tripping off that? That don't even sound like it's, a big deal. Nigga, I'm going through blah, blah, blah. Like, we're not discrediting what you're going through. What they're going through is tough for them. We don't all have the same mental capacity. We don't all have the same mindset. Because we don't all go through the same stuff. So you can't expect the same level of maturity sometimes out of people. You can't expect the same level of just being of anybody. Because I do that sometimes too, especially when it comes to dating. I don't date right now. That's a personal choice, but it's only because it's I have too high of a standards right now, and sometimes I feel like that, but it's I have to also check myself and be like, you know what? I can't expect so much out of somebody when it's I'm working on myself too. I'm not even all the way where I want to be, so why am I, expecting so much out of one person? Especially when they probably haven't even had the tools to even have the same mindset as me sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I'm helping a lot, in my relationship, but it's maybe that's what I'm set out to be, a helper. And I've realized that. I've been set out to be a helper, but it's I can't, be like, well, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And why are you I can't be like that. Especially when it's they're their own person at the end of their day. I have to just find somebody that kind of matches the energy that I want, in a different way. I can't be so harsh and put so much expectation so early. That's my problem. That is my problem, but it's whatever. So what does it mean to do the right thing? It means a lot to do the right thing. You grow bonds, you repair bonds, and you're being there for somebody else, doing the right thing, giving a second chance to something. It's hard. I know it's hard. It's not easy to be like, you know what? This motherfucker stole from me. Should I really just be like, I don't think you should do that, especially if they stole from you, unless they show you you know what, I fucked up. That was the old me. I've moved on to a better me, and they showed you a reason why they could earn your trust again. They cheated on you. That sucks. But you know what? Let them show you a reason why they should earn a second chance. I feel like that's what a lot of people do. Unless they show you that energy, give you that energy, you know what, I'm willing to redo this, regain the trust, put the spark back in it. let me do that. You should let them do that. It's hard to accept it, yeah, because you're expecting the same outcome, but you can't go into it thinking that, because if you do that, you put that energy into it, that's what's going to happen. You're going to expect the same outcome. If you keep expecting the same outcome, that's what's going to happen. But unless you expect a new outcome, that's what you're going to get. Expect a new outcome, that's what you're going to get. Have an old outcome, that's what you're going to get. You're going to keep expecting the same outcome. Expect a new outcome. Have a new attitude. Have an open mind. Forgive. Move on. We all got to move on sometimes. Because I'm not going to cap. I didn't get to go to the Waffle House in Atlanta. Sad face, because that's where I really wanted to go eat. But you know what? My Uber driver to the airport was pretty cool. He was nice. He got me weed and backwoods to smoke. He waited for me. He took me to the airport and all that. He was chill. He made sure I was at the wrong airport, but I told him it was okay. He could leave. He stayed up with me for like a couple hours and all that. Let me smoke in his car. He was a cool dude. So I might give Atlanta another try only because dude was so cool. And I'm like, my other Uber driver, she was hecka funny and all that. So some of the people was cool. They weren't too bad. It was just the experience was ass and trash kabash, okay? Not something I wanted to do again, but maybe down the line I'll do it, maybe not, I don't know, I'm gonna figure it out or whatever, but we gonna see, but I would just want to thank y'all for listening to my podcast again. This is the second episode. I'm so excited. I can't wait for y'all to hear the third episode. We're gonna get that under wraps, but I can't wait for this quarantine to be over. Hopefully I'll be out of quarantine by the time y'all hear the next episode. But thank you for joining me today. I hope y'all enjoyed me. Follow me on all social media platforms. Like I said, I only have 2 social media platforms. Right now, I don't do Twitter. I'm thinking about it. I don't know, but I don't do Twitter. It's not for me. Follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is SMH Podcast 96. Yes, that's where you'll be seeing a lot of updates on my podcast. A lot of little reads you can do. I love doing little reads for people, so check it out. Follow me on there. You can also follow me on Facebook. My Facebook is Shania Hayes. Please follow me on all my other Instagrams. My Instagram is SMH_photography96. That is my photography page. I do film and photography. I'm working on a film right now, a little mini series with these 2 comedians out here. And then just follow me on Facebook and Instagram. That's all I got, y'all. Like I said, I don't have a Twitter. I don't do like LinkedIn and Pinterest and all that. People be having like a whole like list of, I don't do all that. I got a little bit, little social media account. But yeah, thank you for joining me today. Love y'all. Peace and love, everybody. Hope y'all had great experience. This was a good talk. Felt like this was a good talk. We learned something together. We had some experience. We laughed, we cried, whatever. We didn't cry. But we laughed. We did some laughing. So thank y'all for joining me today. Hope y'all had a good experience. Drive home safely. If you're driving right now and listening to this podcast, drive home safely. Wear your mask. COVID is real. Not a hoax like I thought. It's real. I'll talk to y'all later. Okay, bye.